Yeah, I mean, I can't say enough about the guys. Top 16 team coming in, as many new faces as we had. I felt like the confidence and the way we went about our business in early camp was incredible. And, there was nobody with big eyes tonight. It's a really good football team that we beat. And, I felt like in the first half, quite a bit of their success came off of us getting in our own way, whether it be the offsides, penalties to keep drives alive, or the turnovers that we had in the first half. But to be down by 1 point, the way that the first half went, we went down the hill, and the talk was all positive, and we just take care of our end. I felt like we were in a good spot, and the response from everybody, obviously to score 37 points against that team, and for the defense to shut them out in the second half, I thought was just an incredible way to come out of the locker room at halftime and finish off a really good team.
Certainly, given all the new faces that you're working in as starters, the way that opening drive went could have set the tone for the whole rest of the night. How did you like the response right afterwards of being able to go down and at least get a field goal and get on the board and kind of get moving?
Yeah, I thought that was big. I mean, I obviously felt like we had put ourselves in a good position to respond with a touchdown, and then, we kind of go backwards when we got inside the red zone. Ended up getting 3 out of it, really good kick by Avery, and, the most proud I am of the response that we had in that first half was when we went down 14-3. It was just give us the ball back, and the guys felt like, let's go put some points on the board here, and that response to then take the lead before half, unfortunately we gave it up, obviously, but I just felt like we didn't flinch. There was obviously some good things they were doing with their Q run in the first half and gashed us a little bit. Whether it be the front getting picked off or misfitting in the back end, whatever, I felt like the patience of their quarterback in their Q run game in the first half was really well done, and great design by them, and they executed it really well. And but guys went in at halftime, and we made some adjustments, and obviously took care of that in the second half.
You have Nick Nora here in game one. He goes out and gets you 2 touchdowns, and just a lot of really smart plays that made a difference.
Yeah, Nick has obviously been somebody that we've been excited about since we recruited him. He played as a true freshman and missed last year with some injury, and has been dealing with some things. And to battle through it the way he did tonight, in some big moments, made some plays. Ethan Champney scores on a play that was not designed to be that, but that's what you got to do, is count on your vets to make smart decisions, and obviously he saw a void and just kept it in his hands rather than trying to throw it or get rid of it at that point. So some of our gadgets obviously helped us get things back settled down. I think that's one thing when we watch it tomorrow that as a staff, and hopefully the guys will understand it when we get them back in here on Saturday, that we score 3 times on gadget plays that obviously they executed them. That's great, but offensively, there was too many of our explosives were off of those kind of plays, or AB making something out of nothing, which is awesome, and he's going to need to do that for us. But we need to get more consistent moving the football with our base stuff, so that we're not going to be able to rely on trick plays or AB getting us out of trouble over and over again. But I thought the response was good. You get to the middle of the third quarter, our offensive line felt like we had them on their heels a little bit. Jake ran hard, did a heck of a job in the screen game with, not only the touchdown, but just getting us, 8 yards, 10 yards, whatever it is, to keep drives alive. And, so did a lot of really good things, but it's game one. As Coach Curls always says, right, you win a game, it's a heck of a lot easier tomorrow to make corrections. So our guys can enjoy it here for the next 2.5 hours, and when we get back tomorrow, there's some stuff we got to get cleaned up before we get on the bus to go to South Dakota.
What did you like in what you saw out of AB in his first career start? As he got comfortable, I think he popped off for 45 on one run, and just seemed like once he kind of did that, things started to slow down for him. Yeah,
I to be honest with you, in warm-ups, our team meal at 2 o'clock, that first drive, he never ever looked like he was, the moment was too big for him, which was awesome to see. that is the type of guy he is. I think I've been talking to everybody about it for the last 6 months, that the plays that he's capable of making with his feet is different than what we've had around here in a long time. At the same time, managing the game, when to throw uncovered, when to hand it off, when to pull it. He's going to need more reps and get better at that kind of stuff. But he got us out of a ton of trouble today, and it wasn't just the big plays. There was a couple third downs that he converted with patience in the backfield and just letting things develop and understanding where the sticks are at. But I thought for his first start, played really well, and I can't say enough good things about him with what he did. We got to get some stuff figured out moving forward, and he's going to have to be better with some of the other stuff. But ran for 100 yards. He was efficient throwing the football, and I thought that he was a voice in the huddle on the sideline from that leadership role that was just constant, which was great to see because he is not a very vocal kid. So for that to show up and to get that presence from your cue is obviously incredible.
What did you like in Jake Ruff as he started to, really get going and start to make some things happen for you, especially in the second half?
Yeah, he ran hard. He always does. He's a physical kid. There's a couple that rather than trying to truck somebody, if we could just make one miss, there might not be anybody left, but he'll figure that out. He can go. If we can get him into space, he's got the speed as well. So, he played really well tonight. There was a couple of runs that he got for positive yards, 3 and 4 here and there, 5 yards where it is not perfectly clean, and he's, putting his head down and going forward. I don't know what the stat is. Just off of feel, I felt like we were much better tonight than we have been in a long time without the negative plays. There's one or two that I can think of where we were behind the chains, but otherwise I felt like we did a nice job of at least taking bad plays and not making them, negative. So very proud of not only the front, but the way Jake handled that as well.
With so many new faces on the defensive side of the ball, as far as starters go, to be able to hold a team like this down in the second half really says a lot about the character of this group, doesn't it?
It does. And, give up 17 in the first half and then keep them off the board for the whole second half. Offense do what they're supposed to and take advantage of some of the turnovers that they had and field position and everything else. I think we had 2 fourth-down stands in the second half. Just incredible work by that side of the football. We talk about bend, don't break often around here, and I felt like we did a really nice job of that. And then when we got a chance to finally step on somebody when they're down, the boys took advantage of that, and the sideline fed off that energy, and then obviously we were able to capitalize and get some points on the board after those.
What did you like in what you saw of Porter's even?
Porter plays hard every time he's on the field. I would have liked his performance a whole lot more had he not jumped off sides twice. But he's an aggressive kid. When he gets his number called to bring pressure, he wants to get home, and I love that about him. The entire defense as a whole, Jeff Price playing his first football in 2 years, I thought did a nice job. And, I liked what we did up front in the second half as well. Nolan Schott playing his first college football, did a nice job. And again, it's no different than the offensive side. We'll watch the film. There's going to be some things we got to get corrected. But the way that everybody responded in the second half, couldn't ask for much more in game one for that.
How do you build off this now moving forward?
Well, hopefully we're healthy. We'll figure that out here tonight and tomorrow. And I don't know of anything right now, so if it's just bumps and bruises, we'll get in the ice tubs and get the guys back in some rehab stuff tomorrow. But it's, play a night game, and then you got to take a 2-day trip to South Dakota on Tuesday. We enjoy it here for tonight, and then we wake up tomorrow. It's time to turn the page and make the corrections that are necessary and then keep going. So, like I said already, we've got some stuff we got to get cleaned up, but I love where our guys' mentality is at right now. Very coachable group. So when we make those corrections, I think they're going to be fully bought into it, and then we keep moving forward from here.